We have to get water about 70 feet up the hill, and we're drawing out of the creek, which is way down there. This is Rob Miller. I'm at a historic ball mill in Sandy Springs, Georgia. Dunwoody, Sandy Springs, something like that. Anyway, we are looking at a pump system. It's withdrawing from a creek. The water is pulled through a foot valve and a screen in the bottom of the creek. It has about 18 feet that it has to climb to get to the centrifugal pump. Centrifugal pump is assisted by a booster pump to get the water on up to the top of the property and give them enough head pressure to run their irrigation system. Here's the centrifugal pump. Here's the Pump Tech Plus, our power distribution, our booster pump, big old pressure tank, pressure switch, gauge down there. I think we keep the system set at 90 psi. Is the it's running 70-90, and 1.25 inch main all the way to the top of the place, and it's still a big challenge to get the biggest zone to operate. Anyway, right now we're going to go through how to manually clean a view flow filter, because this thing's withdrawn from a creek, and even though we have a automatic flush valve, scrubber valve running off of a Hunter outdoor clock, runs every morning, runs for 2 minutes. That'll knock a lot of the stuff off, but still that screen can get really muddy. So the first thing we do is we isolate the filter. So we're going to close this valve, then we're going to close the other valve. So now the filter is isolated from the rest of the system. There's nothing upstream that can give head pressure pushing it back down, and nothing downstream that can give head pressure pushing this way, because we've isolated here. So here's the view flow. Now, since the view flow has this scrubber valve on it, we don't want to have to turn that thing over and over and over again to get it loose. So what we'll do is, we've got a union here, and these unions, this is a threaded union, and you see when I try to take the threaded union loose, it turns the whole assembly. So I'm going to get a pair of pliers. I'm going to hold on to the assembly so I can just turn the nut on the threaded union. So I'm going to put the pliers on the nut. I'm going to put the pliers on the assembly. Then we're going to manually turn the nut and just break that connection. Break it loose, and it is under pressure. That's right. First thing we should have done when we did this, we should have opened this valve right here and dump the water. Turn it 90 degrees, it'll open, and then just turn it back to close it. Alright, so now we've got this union broke loose. I want to make sure that the rubber gasket is in place, and this has just been greased with some silicone grease, because I had this thing apart just a few minutes ago. So we like to make sure it's got a good bead of silicone grease on it, and then we'll set it aside, and we take the view flow filter and manually remove it, just like that, and pull the screen. And this screen has been washed already. It's got some stains, but it's not covered in mud, and it would be covered and caked in mud, and the screen would be really badly clogged up. So we take the screen and we just take it over to the boiler drain at the tank. We open up the boiler drain, give it a good wash. And once we're done with that, we go ahead and reverse the process. Take the screen, and just put the screen down inside the housing. Here again, we got a nice, you can see all the grease on the, nice bead of silicone grease on the housing. And then we just screw it back in place, like so. Always hand tighten. Same goes with the union. Let's see if I can do this. Hand tight. All back together. Everything's ready to go. Go ahead and open up. Slowly open the valves. And our system is back in service. If you have any questions about how to do this, please call our office at 800-828-837-2997. Or you can reach us online at millerwelldrilling.com. Thank you so much and have a great day.